Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, hello and welcome to the Paralympic Training Center in São Paulo, Brazil. We are back for day number 5 of the Wheelchair Rugby World Championship happening in the largest city in South America. The competition happening in South America and Brazil for the very first time in history. In just a few moments, around 10 minutes, we will be getting underway with Brazil versus Colombia, the South American battle. Of the 4 teams that failed to advance to the quarterfinals, so Brazil, New Zealand, Germany, and Colombia, I think we can agree that the Brasileiros, these guys, the hosts, were by far the better side. Brazil finished in 5th in Group A campaign of 5 matches played, 2 wins and 3 losses. A heartbreaking, crushing defeat to Team USA last night, 57-56, lost by just 1 try. One of the best games I have ever called in wheelchair rugby. And here are the Brazilians who made their Paralympic debut at home in Rio 2016, facing the Colombians. Colombia finished in 6th in Group B, 5 matches played, 0 wins, 5 losses. So the Selección Colombia looking to end the competition on a high note. My name is Anthony Wells. Once again, I'll be in charge of your guys' play-by-play commentary from wherever you're watching us around planet Earth. Let us know. A huge shout out to Brian Galeano joining us all the way from Colombia, rooting for Los Cafeteros as the Colombians are introduced right now. Alongside me, my good friends and wheelchair rugby color commentator, Gerson Vieira. What a pleasure, buddy. Good morning to you. Let's have some fun, my friend.
Good morning. It's going to be a pleasure to be with you during this game. It's going to be an intensive and very exciting game as well.
So let's recap the respective campaigns of both teams, beginning with the Colombians. Started out with a loss to Germany, 57-44, and then a loss to Great Britain, 55-42. A loss to France, 51-40, and then 2 defeats to Denmark first, 64-43, and then to Japan, 61-42. Here are the Brazilians. Started out their campaign with a defeat to the Netherlands. That was a crucial game for the hosts. They lost by only 2 tries, 49-47. Then they beat Canada by 1 try, 49-48. And then the 3 losses to Australia, 59-32. To the U.S., 57-56, and then they had a victory as well against the Wheel Blacks. New Zealand, who will be playing in the upcoming game against Germany, a victory 58-44. Here is Team Brazil, led by the French-Canadian manager Benoit Lebrec. Be on the lookout for the 2 captains there. They are fantastic. Gabriel Feitosa, arguably the best 3.5 in the world, and Júlio Braz, the number 11, they were sensational against the Americans last night. Now the Colombians, led by Jonathan Vargas Rojas. Be on the lookout for the number 4, John Orozco, the number 7, Charlie Neme, and the number 11, Julian Vargas. Felipe Castillo, the number 3, deserves a mention as well. And Paola Martinez is quality. Completing the squad, these Lady Gonzalez, Snyder Carnedas, Manuel Mongua, Aaron Marquez. We also have Vanegas and Pasto Ordóñez. A moment right now to appreciate the national anthems of Colombia and Brazil. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Brazilian national anthem and the national anthem of Seleção Colombia, ringing loud and clear here inside the Paralympic Training Center in São Paulo. We're just a few moments away from wheels rolling for this South American battle. Let us know, everyone, where you're watching the game from, who you are rooting for. Let us know the country, the state, the region, what you think of the competition, the players. On court one, we have the quarterfinal battles. I was just over there on court one. The Steelers, Australia, are facing Denmark, and Australia are in the lead. Up next on this court, we have New Zealand versus Germany. This is a placement game, so whoever wins this will be going to the 9th place game. Whoever loses will be going to the 11th place match. So the winners of this game will be facing the winners of the game between Germany and the Wheel Blacks. Whoever loses will be facing the loser of the other game. That is how the format of the World Championship works. This is a repeat of the bronze medal game at the Pan American Games in Lima, Peru in 2019. On that occasion, Colombia won. But in 2023, 4 years after that in Santiago, Chile, these guys, the Brazilians, had their sweet revenge. They defeated Colombia at the Pan in Lima, Peru. Colombia won 46-43. 4 years after that, as I said, Brazil ended up winning. Start your engines, ladies and gentlemen. The elements are in place. The stage is set for yet another fantastic World Championship battle. It's the South American Classic, Brazil versus Colombia. Colombia versus Brazil. Wheelchair rugby started in Colombia all the way back in 2007. Brazil first started with their official matches in 2008. They're roughly, 20 years playing wheelchair rugby. There's the ball drop. Brazil with first possession on that left-hand side with Lucas Junqueira. Colombia recovered possession with John Orozco. He's on this left-hand side. Looks ahead, connects with Charlie Neme. Underway, ladies and gentlemen, Brazil versus Colombia. This is the first quarter. It's a turnover. Brazil win it back. This is Gabriel Feitosa off to the races. Look at the speed on this guy. He makes it look easy. And Brazil are off the mark. They land the first blow. 1-0 for the Brasileiros with Gabriel Feitosa, regarded as one of the best 3.5 players in the world. He was just something else last night against Team USA. Julio Braz goes down. Takes a tumble onto the hardwood. He's going to be helped up. There's John Orozco. 43 seconds into the first quarter. Here is the Colombian dugout. On the far right here, you see there is Neider, the number 12. He is 50 years of age. And here are the Brazilian supporters in the stands. Now John Orozco. The restart for Colombia. 1-0 Brazil. Orozco now on that right wing. Tries to find a gap. And he does so. Punches his way through. Make that 1-1. The Colombians are level. John Orozco, 41 years of age. Another try in the competition credited to Júlio César Braz, Júlio Braz, the 35-year-old from the state of Rio, from the city of Mesquita. Once again, Orozco there. He's been on the national team for over 10 years. Plays for the Bogota wheelchair rugby team at his 3rd World Championship. Paulo Martinez, Charlie Neme, there's Orozco in possession. Accelerates, transitions into the attacking half, off to the races. A great pass here for Julian Vargas, the 37-year-old from Villanueva, also with over a decade of experience on the national side. Brazil restarts. Júlio Braz off to the races, makes it look easy. Brazil are going to take the lead. 3-2. Again, whoever wins this one will face the winner of Germany versus New Zealand. Vargas. Here's Orozco. Colombia are level yet again. Júlio Braz once again makes it 4-3. He's met there with a contact from Orozco, but it was too late. Brazil have the lead, 5:53 on the clock into the first quarter. Braz, one of the most decorated players in Brazilian wheelchair rugby. He won the national championship not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times, 7 times between 2016 and 2024. He also won the Paralympic Award for the country's best wheelchair rugby athlete on 3 occasions in 2012, 2018, and 2019. As Colombia find themselves level. Braz with a good pass for Feitosa. It's a turnover. Colombia win it back. Júlio Braz once again navigates his way past the goal line, 5-4. Here is John Orozco on that left-hand side. Connects with Charlie Neme. Here is Vargas. He is surrounded, so the clock is ticking. And it's a turnover. Brazil win it back. And now they're going to have the 2-try lead. Júlio Braz is going to claim it, 6-4 for the Brasileiros, with 4 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. Four minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Orozco accelerates. He's over on that right-hand side. He's trying to find a gap. Good blocking there from Lucas Junqueira, who is the best 0.5 in the world. The classifications range from 0.5 to 3.5 according to mobility and physical impairment. Colombia get one back at 6-5. Here are the Brazilian supporters filling the bleachers. They'll be happy with this try right here. Yet another for Gabriel Feitosa. He makes it 7-5. Feitosa, who was born here in São Paulo, but he lives in Vila Velha, which is a beautiful coastal city in the state of Espírito Santo. Plays for Irefes. John Orozco launches it forward. Paulo Martinez is the target. Good interception there. Clean from Julio Braz, accelerates in the opposite direction. Brazil with 35 seconds to try and conclude the play. What an assist for Gabriel Feitosa. He's going to take it 8-5. The Brazilians expand on their lead. Let us know, everyone, where you're watching the game from. Huge shout out to Millie Van Paulen joining us. Share this broadcast with your friends, with your family members. We want to know where you're watching the game from.
Hey, Anthony, have information for you, interesting information. Julio Braz and Charlie Neme, they play together at the same team in Brazil, at Santerre.
Fun fact, my friend. Paulo Martinez makes it 8-6. But right now, Charlie Neme and Julio Braz on opposite sides of the court.
There you go.
Here is Braz, speaking of him, works his way around Orozco. Great piece of skill. He's off to the races. The acceleration, good blocking from Feitosa, and that will be a try for Brazil, 9-6. Coming up next on this court, the Germans take on the Wheel Blacks, and there's Benoit Lebrec. Typically very active and agitated on the sidelines. We saw it against Australia, and we certainly saw it last night against the Americans. Orozco, through pass for Paula Martinez. Boxed in, she's got the support from Orozco. Colombia still with it. There's a foul from Feitosa. And there is Jonathan Vargas Rojas, the Colombian manager. Flavio Sacramento asking me, why do I say the Brazilian names without an accent? Porque eu também sou brasileiro, meu amigo. My dad's American, mas a minha mãe é brasileira. Então eu nasci no Brasil, fui criado no Brasil, but I lived almost 10 years in the States. That's why I can switch back and forth. I should have done that a little bit more last night in the game between the US and Brazil. Mas é por isso, respondendo a sua pergunta. Flávio Sacramento, sou brasileiro, mas filho de pai americano que mora no Brasil. Doideira, né, Gerson Vieira?
That's insane.
There we go. Flávio Sacramento joining us. Doing exactly what we want him to do, which is communicate with us in the live chat. Interact with us. That is what we want. Here is Gabriel Feitosa, right wing. Weaves his way inside, finds an opening as usual. Brazil are in the double-digit realm, 10-7. Vargas. Here's Orozco, launches it forward. Great connection there with Charlie Neme.
Anthony,
go ahead, my friend.
that guy that was talking to you, Flavio Sacramento, he plays with Julian Vargas at the team in Brazil, Minas, by the rugby.
Oh, so a huge shout out to Flavio Sacramento and the Minas wheelchair rugby team, teammates of Julian Vargas. What a small world. What a small world. Good to have the wheelchair rugby community in Brazil with us. Brazil make it 11-8. Yet another try for the hosts.
And I have the opportunity to say as well, I play with Orozco in Brazilian team as well.
Is it tough to play against him?
I play with him. with Orozco.
Oh, you played
At
with
the-
him.
Yeah, that same team.
Is he a good teammate?
I think so. Yes, he's sure, for sure.
That's what I would expect, my friend. Speaking of Orozco, there he is on the left-hand side. Blocked by Feitosa. Finds a gap, circles back, navigates his way past the goal line. It is a try for the Colombians, 11-9. Here's the replay. Now Lucas Junqueira is going to get his first try of the day. 12-9 with a minute 32 left on the first quarter. Timeout. Here are the Colombians, a strong South American competitor and really a historic partner of Brazil. Colombia hosted the Maximus tournament in Bogotá in 2008, which was one of the first international competitions in Latin America, bringing together Brazil, Canada, and the U.S. They won the qualification tournaments in Medellin in April, alongside the Netherlands and New Zealand, earning a historic qualification in front of their supporters. Colombia to restart with Julian Vargas. Orozco. (12-10), ladies and gentlemen. Júlio Braz to restart. If you like my pronunciation of the names, you should see me say Júlio César Braz da Rocha. And he's going to get the try. Júlio Braz has been a member of the national team since 2015. Here is Vargas. Great movement there. Wheels his way past the goal line. Colombia have 11, Brazil have 12. Gabriel Feitosa off to the races. Gabriel Feitosa de Lima. MVP of the Americas Championship last year. It was played right here in São Paulo, Brazil. Finished with a silver medal. Here's Orozco. Colombia trying to reduce the damage late in this first quarter. Orozco tries to find a gap, blocked by Feitosa. Eventually able to muscle his way through. Colombia have 12, 4.4 left in this first quarter. Braz launches it forward. Orozco gets a hand to it, but he collapses immediately, and then he's back up. He's okay. All right, we're going to take a quick 3-minute break, everyone. We'll see you right back here for our second quarter. Don't go anywhere. What an interception. We leave you with this highlight.
Com a Caixa, toda hora é hora para comprar ou reformar a sua casa.
Para mim é hora de combinar, com as taxas mais competitivas do mercado.
Pra gente, é hora certa para ter mais um quartinho.
É hora de reformar, pra ele ganhar mais espaço.
Hora de me mudar para um canto só meu. Com até 35 anos para pagar.
Conte com a Caixa para comprar, reformar ou ampliar sua casa. Acesse caixa.gov.br/habitação e faça uma simulação. Na Caixa, a casa é sua.
Yeah! Amigos imparáveis!
Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não têm mais nada pra fazer?
Flecha de torta de chantilly!
Mas o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso?
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal alçado.
Paramigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game to keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Paralympic Training Center in São Paulo, Brazil. Underway with the second quarter. Brazil with a substitution. Rafael Hoffman from Ituporanga, Santa Catarina, is on the court. I also see the number 33 there. Rodolfo Polidoro. Substitutions on the Brazilian side. We have a deal to tell you. The BRC, the Brazilian Rugby Committee, will be selecting 3 lucky winners to win a mascot of the tournament, the B Wheel. So the BRC will be selecting 3 lucky people. But these people have to follow the BRC's Instagram page. And you can follow them on Instagram, but that person has to follow the BRC on Instagram. They have to follow the official Instagram account for the Brazilian Wheelchair Rugby Association. So ABRC Quad Rugby. And they have to be at the stadium. So if you're not here, but you follow the ABRC Quad Rugby and you know someone who's at the stadium right now here with us, they can be selected. So the organization will be selecting 3 lucky winners to win the mascot of the competition, the B Wheel. The DJ's got Justin Bieber going on in the house. The boombox on fire. Remember this song, Gerson Vieira?
Yeah.
It makes me feel old. I'm glad the DJ stopped.
I had the same feeling.
Here we go, everyone. Brazil in the lead, 15-12. 7:17 on the clock early in the second quarter. Whoever wins this game, this is a crossover game, will be playing the 9th place match. Charlie Neme, Orozco, works his way around, finds a gap, punches his way through. Good blocking there from Paulo Martinez. Colombia have 13, still in pursuit. Here is Julio Braz. He's got the try. Just a few moments ago, I was talking about Rafael Hoffman. He is one of the pioneers of wheelchair rugby in Brazil and one of the squad's most important players. He has played this sport since 2008. He has a spinal cord injury that unfortunately makes him tetraplegic. And he was first called up to the Brazilian national team in 2009. Won 3 bronze medals at the America's Cup, 2011, 2013, 2017. And he was part of the squad that competed at the Paralympic Games here in Brazil, but in Rio 10 years ago. He was also in Santiago back in 2023. And here is the number 33, Rodolfo Polidoro. He's at 2.5. Julio Braz has got yet another try. Rodolfo Fernando Polidoro. He's from the state of São Paulo, but not the city. He's from Valinhos, which is a city in the interior of São Paulo. He plays for Gigantes. That's his wheelchair rugby team. He suffered an electrical accident in 2018 while working to repair a fiber optic cable on a utility pole. And because of that electric shock, he fell from nearly 6 meters, had multiple injuries to his legs and arms, and he discovered wheelchair rugby during his rehabilitation. He was with the national side last year at the America's Cup. Here is Rafael Hoffman, collects with Julio Cesar. Unable to link up there with Rodolfo. And Colombia make it level, 17-17. They'll take the turnover.
What exciting game. 17-17.
It is a South American classic, everyone. Benoit Lebrec is going to have a word with the experienced Giurato, the 44-year-old. One of the founders of Gigantes. He is also one of the squad's most experienced athletes at 44 years of age. Played 3 editions of the Pan American Games, Toronto, Lima, and Santiago, and he was at the Paralympic Games in Rio as well back in 2016, and the World Championship in Denmark. And here is Gui Camargo, the number 3 to restart for the Brazilians, who no longer have the lead. We are tied, everyone. Giurato accelerates, goes for the block. Julio Braz with it, sends it all the way the other way. Gui Camargo, what a catch, but he cannot get the try. Still with it. There is a foul. From Orozco. Play is halted, 4 minutes, 57 seconds on the clock. Or not a foul, actually, just held the ball for too long. It's a turnover. Colombia will take it. Charlie Neme is going to make it 18-17 Colombia. The Selección Colombia turn it around. On the court right now, we see Ana Cruz Ribeiro, the number 14, one of the youngest members of the Brazilian national team at 28. She played rugby for only 3 years, and she's competing at her first World Championship. She was part of the first 100% female Brazilian national team in the country's history, which competed at the Women's Cup in France 2 years ago. And then last year, she was also part of the America's Cup. She is tetraplegic, and she is with the Santer Vikings in Rio. Her classification is a 0.5. Ana Ribeiro, a fan favorite of the Brazilians. It is almost a turnover, or actually now the confirmation of the turnover. Colombia will take it, 19-18 for the Colombians. Once again, we're going to give you the good news on that raffle. You have to follow ABRC Quad Rugby and then the 2026 WRWC on Instagram. There is a recent post. Like it and tag a friend in the comments, and then you will be in the running for a B-Wheel Express mascot. Orozco makes it 20-18. Colombia with the 2-try lead. If the first quarter belonged to Brazil, the second quarter very much belongs to the Colombians. Gabriel Feitosa off to the races. Past the goal line. 2019, 3:10 on the clock. Colombia to restart with Paula Martinez. Orozco tries to work his way around Julio Braz. In the attacking half, weaves his way through from coast to coast. Make that 21 points for Colombia. Yeah, a very different Brazil this morning in relation to what we saw last night against the U.S., especially in this second quarter. Julio Braz accelerates, finds the hole. Navigates his way past. 21-20. Brazil looking to get things level. Huge shout out to Brian Galeano, Millie Van Paulen, Flavio Sacramento, our viewers joining us. Let us know, guys, where you're watching the game from, who you're rooting for. Communicate with us through the chat. We want to know. It's a turnover. Gabriel Feitosa makes it 21-21. The mistake there from Ordóñez Pasto. Up next, we have the game between Germany and New Zealand, the Wheel Blacks, facing Deutschland to face whoever's going to win here. for the 9th place. Whoever loses will be going to the 11th place game to be played tomorrow. Orozco accelerates on this left-hand side, weaves his way in, finds a pocket on that right lane, punches his way down the center. Colombia have 22. They take the lead again. Here's Gabriel Feitosa. The pass for Braz. Is he going to launch it forward? There is a foul that favors Brazil. Orozco is going to be in the penalty box for 30 seconds as Charlie Neme tips backwards onto the hardwood. Julio Braz over on that left-hand side, punches his way down that left lane. 22 all to get the Paralympic Training Center going. Julio Braz to restart. Here is Vargas. The pass for Orozco. It is a turnover. Play is halted. But it's Brazil's ball. All of these courts here at the Paralympic Training Center, they can be adapted to sitting volleyball, to judo, to basketball, to goalball. This place has an incredible infrastructure. 1:45 on the clock. Julio Braz finds a pocket, accelerates. Can he punch his way through? Wheels his way back. What a good strategy there. 23-22. It's a nail biter. Brazil turn it around. Once again, a point from Braz. Here come Colombia. Charlie Neme. He's got the pass for Vargas, and Colombia are level. Point for point. Braz once again. Is it good? Yes, it is. 24-23. How about this? Great reach.
He's too fast.
Both him and Gabriel Feitosa, the speedsters for the Brazilians. Colombia to restart. With Paola Martinez, launches it towards Charlie Neme. Here's Orozco. Accelerates. The long ball, a good pass for Vargas. And Colombia level, 24-24. 52.3 seconds left on the second quarter. There is Benoit Lebrec. He's from Quebec in Canada. He's got nearly 3 decades of experience in wheelchair rugby. He won bronze at the World Championship with Canada back in 2006 in New Zealand in Christchurch. And he was at the 2008 Beijing Paralympic Games as well, where he also won bronze. Also coached the national teams of Switzerland, Finland, Sweden. In his second stint with the Brazilian national team since 2023. Júlio Braz. He was dispossessed. It's not a try. Equipment check there on a Gabriel Feitosa, it appears. Lucas Junqueira makes it 25-24 for the host, Brazil. 43.7 seconds on the clock. John Orozco launches it forward. Charlie Neme, the collision. He tips over. No try for Colombia. And this time, Charlie Neme appears to be hurt.
I don't think so. Let's see. But let's see, I think was a fault.
The contact there with a strong Júlio Braz.
And it is, look, Júlio Braz is going to a penalty box.
It was a foul after all. Perhaps now Colombia can draw level. Less than 30 seconds remain. Less than 20 seconds now. Orozco. Runs the clock, part of the strategy. Makes it 25-25 with just 0.6 of a second left. Fun fact about Colombia is that they won the bronze medal at the Mushroom Cup this year, defeating Canada in a dramatic game, 45-43. Rugby in silla de ruedas. That is how you say wheelchair rugby en español.
Now the Brazil gonna have 0.6 seconds to try to perform the last try. Are they gonna be able to perform it?
That is the usual question, my friend. We've seen it done before. Why not?
Let's see, let's see.
Benoit Lebrecq, the facial expression there, he's not liking something. I wonder if it's the refereeing. Either way, Brazil restart right flank with Júlio Braz. He's going to launch it forward. Here's Feitosa, not enough time. That's the end of the second quarter. We're going to take a quick 9-minute break, everyone. 25-25, 50 points, split right down the middle. Don't go anywhere.
Ei, você sabe que dia é hoje?
Hoje é dia!
Aposte nas loterias Caixa! Nas lotéricas no app Loterias Caixa ou no site. É chance todo dia!
Aposte com responsa.
Com a Caixa, toda hora é hora para comprar ou reformar a sua casa.
Para mim é hora de combinar com as taxas mais competitivas do mercado.
Pra gente, é hora certa pra ter mais um quartinho.
É hora de reformar, pra ele ganhar mais espaço.
Hora de me mudar para um canto só meu. Com até 35 anos para pagar.
Conte com a Caixa para comprar, reformar ou ampliar sua casa. Acesse caixa.gov.br/habitação e faça uma simulação. Na Caixa, a casa é sua.
Para amigos imparáveis!
Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não tem mais nada pra fazer?
Flecha de torta de chantilly!
Mas o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso?
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal alçado.
Para amigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game to keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.
Ei, você sabe que dia é hoje?
Hoje é dia!
Aposte nas loterias Caixa! Nas lotéricas no app Loterias Caixa ou no site. É chance todo dia!
Aposte com responsa.
Com a Caixa, toda hora é hora para comprar ou reformar a sua casa.
Para mim é hora de combinar com as taxas mais competitivas do mercado.
Pra gente, é hora certa pra ter mais um quartinho.
É hora de reformar, pra ele ganhar mais espaço.
Hora de me mudar para um canto só meu. Com até 35 anos para pagar.
Conte com a Caixa para comprar, reformar ou ampliar sua casa. Acesse caixa.gov.br/habitação e faça uma simulação. Na Caixa, a casa é sua.
Para amigos imparáveis!
Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não têm mais nada pra fazer?
Flecha de torta de chantilly!
Mas o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso?
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal alçado.
Para amigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game to keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.
Welcome back, everyone. We are at the Paralympic Training Center in São Paulo, Brazil, 20 seconds away from the third quarter between Brazil and Colombia. It is the South American Classic, one of the crossover games to determine who's going to go to the 9th place match of the World Championship here in São Paulo, Brazil. From wherever you're watching us around planet Earth, what a pleasure to have you here with us. Game number 32 of the competition here in South America. Underway, Brazil restart. Gui Camargo links up with Júlio Braz. Tries to find an opening on that left-hand side. Looking for options. Sends it towards Gui Camargo. What an assist there from Júlio Braz. Guilherme Camargo gets his first try of the game. The number 3, who started with rugby all the way back in 2010. 4 years ago, while preparing for the World Championship, he suffered a stroke and was away from rugby for a year. So he returned to the national team 2 years ago, and he was part of the squad that attempted to qualify through the World Qualifying Tournament for Paris. Brazil came so close. We were talking about that yesterday. They lost to Germany. Brazil very close to would have been their second Paralympic appearance. But Ice loses his balance there. Slowly comes into contact with the hardwood. Here's the replay. Tips over. Gui Camargo lives in Belo Horizonte, the beautiful city of Minas Gerais. I will be going there next month to watch my favorite football team here in Brazil, Santos, play against Atlético Mineiro for the Copa Sul-Americana. Fun fact for you.
And Gui Camargo, he plays aside Julian Vargas as well in Minas squad.
That's awesome. Now on opposite sides of the court, but in the Brazilian Championship, they're on the same team. Júlio Braz accelerates. Good pass for Gui Camargo. There he is. 2 tries for the number 3. You know which city I like, my good friend Gerson Vieira. Curitiba. I hear it's a great city, my friend.
So do I.
I hear it's a great city. There's a great park in Curitiba, the Barigui.
There you go, Parque Barigui.
Parque Barigui. From wherever you're watching us around the globe, we certainly recommend a visit to all of these cities here in Brazil that we're talking about. Belo Horizonte, Curitiba, and of course, São Paulo. This is where we're at right now, the Paralympic Training Center here in the largest city in Brazil, hosting the competition for the very first time. What a moment for Brazilian wheelchair rugby. Getting the spotlight again after appearing at Rio 2016. It is a turnover. Brazil failed to get into the attacking half in under 12 seconds.
See, you are a fast learner. You know all the rules right now.
Not all the rules, my friend, but I think most of them. That's why I rely on you, my friend. Without you, I would be completely lost.
No way.
I would be completely in the dark, my friend. Over 130 people joining us right here. Let us know, everyone, where you're watching the game from, who you're rooting for, what you think of the competition, the teams, the players. Who do you think's going to win it? Over on court 1, we've got the quarterfinal games as well. Throughout the day, I'll be in charge of the last one. Australia versus Denmark, The U.S. versus France, Great Britain versus Canada, and Japan versus the Netherlands. The Netherlands are going to try to pull off the upset of the competition as they take on the mighty Japanese, the defending Paralympic champs. In your opinion, my good friend Gerson Vieira, which was the upset of the tournament? I think it was Brazil. It would have been Brazil beating the U.S., but I think it was Brazil beating Canada. That, in my opinion, was the upset.
No, I don't think so. Because Brazil has done that before twice.
So in your opinion, which was the upset? There haven't been a lot.
Netherlands beat Brazil in the first game.
The Netherlands beating Brazil. Great response, my friend. I agree with you there. Can I change my answer?
Yeah, you can.
I change my answer. I agree with you. The Netherlands beating Brazil was the upset of the competition. Millie van Palen joining us from Amsterdam. 3:30 p.m. in the beautiful Dutch capital. Júlio Braz makes it 28 for Brazil. The hosts trail by 2. Benoit Lebrec, I can imagine, is not happy with this result.
For sure, he's not happy. And he has to do something to change that.
Charlie Neme makes it 31. Colombia in the lead by a trio of tries now. Júlio Braz. Is he going to launch it forward? The clock is ticking. It's a turnover. Colombia recovered possession with Vargas. This Brazil is far from the Brazilian side we saw yesterday against the Americans. Charlie Neme, what a pass for Paulo Martinez. Orozco in support. He accelerates on the right-hand side. Circles back, tries to find a pocket. Good blocking there from Paola as Colombia make it 32-28. Selección Colombia have the momentum. They're in the driver's seats. Another turnover. What was Rafael Hoffman thinking there as Colombia have 33?
Now Benoit asked for a full time out, and he has to do something. Let's see what he's gonna do.
If you were Benoit Lebrec, Gerson Vieira, what would you do?
I think the only option now is to return to high-low. Gabriel Feitosa and Júlio Braz.
Yeah, high-low, for those of you that do not know, is a formation with 2 high-ranking players, so 2 3.5s and then 2 0.5s. So what Gerson is saying is Brazil should return with Júlio Braz and Gabriel Feitosa. And then the 0.5s would be Lucas Junqueira
and Simplicio.
And Simplicio, okay. We're going to see if...
The same information that Brazil faces USA yesterday night.
We're going to see if Benoit Lebrec is on the same frequency. Huge shout out to Ricardo Jacques joining us, saying, Bora Brasil pra cima. Rooting for the host Brazil. Almost halfway into this third quarter.
He did different, let's see.
Whoever wins this game is going to play the winner of Germany versus New Zealand. Whoever loses will, of course, face the loser of that game in the 11th place match. Whoever wins will be in the 9th place game. You saw there Guilherme Benavides, a.k.a. Bene. That's how the Brazilians refer to him. He wears the number 10. for Brazil. Just 17 years of age, born in 2009. Joined the national team this year when he won the Mushroom Cup in Denmark and the Santos Wheelchair Rugby World Challenge in Australia. Juriato has got the try, make that 29 for Brazil. They trail by 4. Orozco slices his way through. Makes it 34 points for the Selección Colombia. When Colombia are introduced on the court, they like to be introduced to the sound of La Fiebre Amarilla. Yo Te Aliento is their chosen theme song. Benavides accelerates on that right-hand side, bounces the ball. Is he going to get the try? Yes, he is. Great run there, 34-30. Brazil have a lifeline. Vargas, Orozco, Charlie Neme, it is a turnover. Brazil win it back. Good catch there from Juriato. The 44-year-old reclaims possession for the Brazilians. Benavides still going. Play is halted. There's a foul on the play. Bene, now on the left-hand side, accelerates, weaves his way past the goal line. Brazil trail by only 3 now. They're trying to rally in this third quarter. Colombia with another try, 35-31. Paola Martinez reclaims possession for Colombia. Boxed into that right corner, still finds the pass for Julian Vargas, who accelerates on that left-hand side, circles back. Orozco. Great assist for Charlie Neme, who's going to run the clock a few seconds here before clinching the try. Colombia 36-31. Colombia, with this result, are getting their revenge after the loss in Santiago at the Parapan 3 years ago. Brazil want to change that narrative. Benavides. Here's Juriato. Juriato chased by Orozco. Colombia are defending and blocking. Juriato finds a way through, uses his experience to make that try, number 32 for the Brasileiros. Orozco. Vargas in the key area. He's going to run the clock a little bit as well. (37-32) for the South Americans from the north of South America, Colombia. Benavides, a great pass there for Simplicio, or rather is that Gui Camargo? Gui Camargo, the number 3, makes it 33 now for Brazil. Vargas. 1 minute 10. Orozco, good pass for Paula Martinez. And she's off to the races. 38 points for Colombia. Colombia adding some comfort, expanding on their lead. Juriato, here's Benavides. The race is on, and Benet is fast. But there was contact there from Orozco. He goes down. What about this, Gerson? Is this a foul, in your opinion?
When I look at the replay, Orozco thought in the behind side of the wheel. So for me, it is a foul. But I don't. Let's see what the referee says.
What does the referee have to say about that play?
He says as normal.
Normal play. Play on.
Play.
.7 seconds left in this third quarter. Colombia accelerate on that left-hand side. Orozco weaves his way in. He's got Vargas wide open. He's going to run the clock a little bit more. Brazil regroup defensively. 22 seconds left. Right behind me here, I see the Wheel Blacks and the Germans warming up for the upcoming game on court 2. Orozco punches through 39 for Colombia. One thing I can identify about Brazil is that with this game, they really felt that loss yesterday to the U.S. You can tell Brazil are a little more tired today, emotionally and physically.
Yeah, I think so. They have a goal, and with the loss yesterday, the plan or everything that they were trying to perform has to change for today.
7.9 seconds left. Here come Brazil, 6 seconds left. Hoffman launches it, and the connection is unsuccessful there with Juriato. 1.8. Colombia are going to launch it with Ordóñez Pasto. Towards Charlie Neme. Is there enough time? No, there isn't. Colombia lead 39-33, a 6-try lead. Quick 2.5-minute break, everyone. We'll see you right back here in a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
Ei, você sabe que dia é hoje?
Hoje é dia!
Aposte nas loterias Caixa! Nas lotéricas no app Loterias Caixa ou no site. É chance todo dia!
Aposte com responsa.
Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não têm mais nada pra fazer.
Lanche de torta de chantilly.
Mas o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso?
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal alçado.
Paramigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game to keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Paralympic Training Center in São Paulo, Brazil. Underway with the fourth quarter. Colombia in the lead. The question now, can Brazil rally?
How many times have you seen during this world some team that was lost by 7 points? Turnover?
I have not seen it yet, my friend. Brazil are going to try to do that. Here is Judiato, left-hand side, punches through. 40-34 now. Brazil are going to have to come up with the comeback of the championship if they want to win this thing. So far, a solid match for the Colombians. Let us know, everyone, where you're watching the game from and who you're rooting for. Colombia have 41. Right now, Colombia are going to the 9th place match. And Brazil are progressing to the 11th place game. Camargo connects with Benet. Connects with Judiato. He gains momentum, sends it forward. Gui Camargo. And Benet makes it 35. A good team try there from player to player for Brazil. Equipment check there for Orozco. He's got some issues with his right, or rather left tire. If you're looking from where I'm at right now, it's his right tire, but if you're Orozco, it is his left wheel. Vargas. Here come Colombia once again. He accelerates, finds a gap, makes it look easy. Colombia have 42. They lead by 7. Up next on this court, court number 2, we have New Zealand, the Wheel Blacks versus Germany, the Wheel Blacks. Much like Colombia, vying for their first victory of the World Championship against the Germans. Speaking of the Colombians, they are defending right now. Here's Benavides, Juriato. Back towards Benavides. Circles back. Tries to find an opening. He's on the left-hand side. Brazil with 3 seconds to try and conclude the try. Can they do it? The answer is no. It's a turnover. Colombia win it back. Great piece of defending from the Selección Colombia. Here is Charlie Neme. Vargas. Here is Juriato. Benet over on that right-hand side. Accelerates down the center. He's going to connect there with Gui Camargo. Play is halted. There's the buzzer. Substitution for Brazil. Hoffman, Lucas Junqueira, and Rodolfo Fernando are on the court. Here's Orozco in possession. Pressured by Benet. Good blocking there from Vargas. Orozco still with it. Finds an opening on the right-hand side. Quick counterattack for Brazil. Rodolfo is going to get his first try of the game, make that 36 for the Brazilians. They trail by 8. Colombia just keep on expanding their lead. Vargas Finds a hole through. Charlie Neme. Here's Orozco. And there is a foul there from Rodolfo. You saw how he grabbed Orozco's wheel. Obviously, you can't do that.
No, that's not allowed. That's why Orozco was laughing.
That's the first time I've seen that this World Championship, actually. Let us know, everyone, where you're watching the game from, who you're rooting for. 4 minutes, 39 seconds on the clock. Colombia to restart on that left flank. 4 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock. Here is Orozco. Finds a gap, finds the try for Colombia. 46-36. Colombia are in cruise control. They lead by 10. Castillo, the number 3. Enters the court. Brazil restarts. Rodolfo. Accelerates inside. Now he's on the left. Picks up speed. Trying to find a gap. Eventually gets one. Good movement there from Rodolfo. His second try of the game. Brazil at 37. Charlie Neme, good pass here for Castillo. And Castillo's going to run the clock a little bit. Makes it 47 for Colombia. Colombia right now getting revenge after the defeat in Santiago 3 years ago at the Parapan. And they're doing it on Brazilian soil. 38 for Brazil. 3:23 on the clock. Colombia to restart with Charlie Neme. Three minutes, 23 seconds. Colombia lead by 9, 47-38. It's a timeout. Up next, New Zealand, the Wheel Blacks take on Germany. New Zealand looking for their first win of the competition. They're 0-6, or rather 0-5. Germany 1-4. Charlie Neme. Links up there with Vanegas, or rather Aron. Bene tips over, and it's recovered by Aron. It's a try for Colombia. A frustrating Friday morning here in São Paulo for Brazil, to say the least. A gift for Colombia there.
I think that's the result that no Brazilian was expecting for.
Colombia walking all over Brazil in this crossover game. Here is Aron. It wasn't a try for Colombia since Benavides tipped over, but it is a turnover. Colombia won it back. Aron accelerates, finds a right lane that is open, and now finds try number 48 for Selección Colombia, Los Cafeteros. Here's Benavides. Right flank. Circles back around. Equipment check for Guy Camargo. Important to say, there was a three-way tie in Pool A between Brazil, the Netherlands, and Canada. And the point difference removed Brazil from the tiebreak, and they finished 5th in the pool. Subsequently, the tiebreak rules apply to the two remaining teams, and Canada beat the Netherlands in the pool round, resulting in that third finish. The Netherlands finished in 4th. That's why Brazil were knocked out of the quarterfinals. Juriato makes it 39. Here is Castillo. Charlie Neme. Back towards Castillo. Good lifted pass here for Aron. Aron Marquez makes it 49 for Colombia. Final stretch of the fourth quarter. Really tough to see Brazil bouncing back. Here's Benavides. Juriato launches it forward. A good pass for Guy Camargo, who gets try number 40 for the Brazilians. They're trying to rally late in the game. Huge shout out to our supporters. We've got with us, of course, WWR, ABRC, Alpha Mix Molten, the Brazilian Paralympic Committee, and Loterias Caixa. You see the flags there of the 12 nations: Australia, New Zealand, the US, the Netherlands, Canada, Brazil, Great Britain, New Zealand, Japan, Germany, Denmark. Here is Castillo. Now Aron with try number 50 for Colombia. Benavides accelerates on this left-hand side. He's got speed. Tries to find a gap. Muscles his way through. 42 for Brazil. They trail by 8. Here is Charlie Neme. Holds the ball, runs the clock. He is dispossessed. It is a turnover. Brazil will take it. 43 for the Brazilians. 57.3 on the clock. Here come Colombia. Charlie Neme back towards Felipe Castillo. Colombia are in the attacking half. Castillo's going to get the assist, and Aron is going to get the try. 51 for Colombia. Colombia very close to their first win of the championship. They are heading for the 9th place game to be played tomorrow. Here is Benet, accelerates, makes it 44 for the Brazilians. It might just be a consolation try. Aron, nice give and go there with Charlie Neme. 25 seconds. Aron once again accelerates, finds the pocket, finds the space, past the goal line, and he finds point number 52 for Colombia. 18.2 seconds on the clock. At least Benoit Lebrec has got the nice tie. The Brazilian flag. The DJ has got Bruno Mars going here at the Paralympic Training Center. We've already had Justin Bieber, Bruno Mars. 45 points for Brazil right now. Judiato's going to claim it. Castillo. 5 seconds left. Castillo accelerates. Links up with Ordóñez. No try. Here's the replay. 0.8 of a second left. Out of bounds. It's Colombia's ball. The long launch. Unsuccessful. Brazil to restart. It's the last play of the game. Camargo. And that is the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Colombia win 52-45. Brazil pick up their 4th loss of the World Championship. Colombia get their first win. Brazil will be heading for the 11th place game against the loser of New Zealand and Germany, while Colombia will be heading for the 9th place game. Colombia getting their sweet revenge after the loss at the bronze medal game at the Parapan in Santiago 3 years ago. Brazil far from being the Brazil that we saw last night against New Zealand, and especially against the Americans. Very disappointing from the hosts, and very good from Colombia. After losing the first quarter, they rallied and deservedly won this game. In just a few moments, our on-court reporter, Alexandre Japa, will be having a word with the player of the match, the woman of the game, Paola Martinez. She was selected by our committee. Over on court one, we got the quarterfinal game between Japan and the Netherlands. Japan in the lead 9-8. Brazil and Colombia, two teams on the road to LA 2028. They want to be there. And the Brasileiros thanking the home supporters who have not disappointed. They have put on a show. Alexandre Japa, take it away.
Here with the player of the match, Paola Martinez. Felicitaciones. Siempre es un partido difícil contra Brasil. Conocen muy bien. Empezaron atrás, pero terminaron adelante. ¿Cómo fue el juego?
Sabíamos que iba a ser muy difícil porque Brasil es Brasil y cada vez evoluciona más, cada vez tienen jugadores buenos, nuevos, la hinchada además gritando. Sabíamos que esto iba a suceder, pero teníamos la confianza en el trabajo que hemos hecho, que de pronto no hemos tenido momentos buenos en el Mundial, pero sabíamos que lo podíamos lograr siendo juiciosos con el trabajo que Jonathan nos ha dado.
Gracias, felicitaciones. Thank you. Back to you, Anthony Alexandra.
Muchas gracias, my friend Alexandre Japa. Yeah, Paola Martinez saying Brazil is Brazil. We knew it was going to be a tough team, but we believe in our work, we believe in our preparation, and that is why we emerged with the win. All right, we wrap up this broadcast. We'll see you right back here in what? Around 10 minutes for the Netherlands versus Germany. We'll see you in a bit.
A Caixa, toda hora é hora para comprar ou reformar a sua casa.
Para mim é hora de combinar, com as taxas mais competitivas do mercado.
Pra gente, é hora certa para ter mais um quartinho.
É hora de reformar, pra ele ganhar mais espaço.
Hora de me mudar para um canto só meu. Com até 35 anos para pagar.
Conte com a Caixa para comprar, reformar ou ampliar sua casa. Acesse caixa.gov.br/habitação e faça uma simulação. Na Caixa, a casa é sua.
Yeah! Amigos imparáveis!
Ah, essas pestes imparáveis não tem mais nada pra fazer?
Lanche de torta de chantilly!
Mais o quê?
Ufa, ter a maior piscina do mundo só pra mim. Espera, que isso? Não!
Agora ninguém mais vai roubar a água da cidade.
Quem vai me desafiar?
Os Paramigos!
Tava demorando.
Parece que seu plano virou um croissant mal alçado.
Paramigos imparáveis.
Beyond the game is real emotion. We help to nurture that spark. From grassroots to global stages, we support those shaping the game to keep sport a part of life. Feel the emotion.